Broadcasting from Watts Creative Studios in Bedford, Virginia, you're listening to Life, Liberty, Happiness with your host, Brian Schley.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to Life, Liberty, Happiness in State Farm Studios. Before we get too far in the show, exciting announcement for next week. We will not be starting the show at 4:30, but we will be live at 5.
Live at 5. I like that. Live at 5.
We'll have a Facebook post later on today that'll promote the live at 5.
Well, if Woody's in charge of going live at 5:03.
Yeah. Anyway, we'd like to thank our sponsors, obviously, State Farm Studios. I'd like to thank David Honaker and State Farm, along with Steve and Judy Rush, Century 21 All Services, CNS Business Services, and Grizzly Garage Doors, LLC. So, DW.
Yes.
On to our trivia. Unless you have something for opening announcements. Oh, welcome DW and Woody to the show.
Yes.
Hi, Woody.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, DW.
Hey. He doesn't even welcome us anymore.
We don't. Do we have? You got anything?
No. Nope. I'll read this right here for Grizzly Garage Doors. Brian, where can you find reliable garage doors at in Central Virginia?
Only one place.
Yes, that is correct. Grizzly Garage Door. Central Virginia area looks to Grizzly Garage Door, LLC. Jed is a veteran of the military and provides exceptional service for both residential and commercial. Grizzly Garage Doors is your place to go when you want the best. If you're building a new home or not sure what type of door is right for you, go to grizzlygaragedoorllc.com. They have new doors, existing door repair or replacements, and they have emergency service capabilities. You can call 434-277-2765 and speak to Jed or Chelsea, and they will help you out with all your needs.
All right. Before we get to our trivia question, a little housekeeping. We'll do trivia and sports today, and we'll slip what's happening down and so we can slide in our special guest, John Johnson, who will be joining us later on. So
looking forward to that.
Anyway, on to our trivia question. What Methodist Military Academy was located in Bedford before moving its students during the Great Depression to Front Royal and is currently a school in Front Royal?
And if you are a dedicated listener, you should know this answer because this was in a Did You Know segment one time that I did. Yeah.
So, you can call the studio at
540-712-6221.
Or you can text the studio, not this week, but next week. But I tell you what, if you want to text, so we're going to be going to texting because some people don't like to call.
They don't like to hear them.
So, and that's okay. So but if you do want to text, I tell you what, you can text. I'll give you a special number, 434-444-1874. Now, that phone number is only active for an hour.
You can text them at midnight tonight,
no,
1 a.m. and 2 p.m.
So, anyway, if you know the answer, call in or text, or you can email the show, whichever.
Or Facebook. We might be going live on Facebook next week, too, I think.
DW and I don't perk up to that. We've been hearing this for about 6 weeks now.
I don't have Facebook, so it doesn't matter to me.
And I'm not a big fan of Facebook right now. They keep screwing things up. So anyway, on to sports. So, going to give a tournament update. You still have UCLA. They pulled off the upset last night, and they're moving on to the Final Four.
Did you have them in your thing?
No, not UCLA.
There's the catch. Here's the shot. Wagner off the glass. No! Oh, it's over! And UCLA from the first four to the Final Four.
Yeah, that was a pretty big upset there. UCLA was basically the last team chosen into the field of 68.
Wow.
And they are still standing.
I ended up watching the Oral Roberts Arkansas game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We went to some friend's house to cook out, and they smoked a gator all day.
Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty interesting.
That was pretty fun. So I thank you to those people that invited us up there and had a real good time hanging out at their cabin. And we had first off, we were going to watch the Bristol race, the truck race,
the dirt race,
and that ended up getting rained out, so we ended up watching the basketball game instead.
Okay, yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
And I don't watch a bunch of basketball, but it was fun. We were sitting there eating a gator and some shrimp.
Yeah, this season it's been odd with COVID, but it's been great having the tournament around. You don't have the big names in this year.
Yeah.
Kentucky, Duke, they're all sitting at home. UNC lost. So pretty much the Final Four is set. You've got Gonzaga, which if you're not a basketball fan, it is a household name in basketball. They've been great for a very good while. They've never won a tournament title.
You did pick them, right?
I did.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
In UCLA, they're on one side of the bracket, and on the other side you have Houston and Baylor. Now, what's interesting about those two is Baylor's fairly new to the basketball history, but Houston had a dominant team in the 80s with Clyde, Drexler, Hakeem Olajuwon. They were known as Phi Slamma Jamma. They were fun to watch.
Say that 5 times fast.
Phi Slamma Jamma, Phi Slamma Jamma, Phi Slamma Jamma. I used to watch them, man. That was a big deal.
That's pretty good.
Back then, you had some great basketball. You had Georgetown. You had UVA with Ralph Sampson, Houston, and the Phi Slamma Jamma. I mean, there were some great basketball teams. So anyway, on to local sports. The regular season of football is wrapping up this week. Heritage will play EC Glass in the Jug Bowl, I think is what they call it.
Little brown jug.
Little Brown Jug.
Yeah.
That's right. Your old Glass
What?
alumni. So
No, I'm not.
I thought you graduated from Glass.
No.
Where'd you graduate from?
Heritage.
Jesus, why do I get this wrong?
You're an idiot. I don't know.
Well, it's not. I mean, I think an idiot's a little strong. Holy cow. All right. So moving on. Liberty will host Rustburg.
Oh, guess what?
What?
The Liberty game will be live streamed by Watts Creative Studios again, and
Awesome.
no Pixel-Watt. So y'all might be able to see the players on the field this time.
Yeah.
Yes. And the graphics hopefully will cover up the cheerleaders.
Yes.
That's what I'm hoping for. Because apparently there were some people mad about that. But no, it'll
Can't
be
make
fun.
everybody happy.
No, you cannot. So I'm sure a lot of people tune in to see the cheerleaders. Although we've had a rough time this year, they might be turning to see the cheerleaders. But anyway, it's our last home game of the year for the seniors. So it will be Liberty versus Rustburg, and then LCA will play Amherst with some playoff implications on the line there for both teams. If LCA wins, I think they're in. If they lose, obviously they're out. But I think Heritage can still bump LCA out.
And Heritage is where DW graduated from.
That's correct.
Just so you know.
1984.
One of those teams is not going to be happy. Heritage or LCA, one of them is staying home. And then Jefferson Forest will play Brookville. Brookville is undefeated, number one in the region. And so I anticipate them to stay that way. But we shall see.
Didn't they just change the attendance for these games coming up for outdoor? Didn't they say what outdoor they can do, 500 maybe?
I think so, but I don't know if that changes because here's the problem you have. The governor gives his little ordinances, speeches, executive orders, whatever the hell it is. And then that's when chaos starts because everybody like yourself says, oh, well, then we can have 500 fans, right? No, because the districts.
No, God!
Exactly. So the districts, they want to chime in and have their own rules.
Oh.
So then you say, oh, well, okay, well, then we can do what the district says. And then, no, actually, because the schools come up with their own stuff.
Oh, man. So it just trickles down.
It just trickles down to you. Nobody knows what the hell
you
is
can have
going
3
on.
people in the stands.
Wow.
And it's stupid.
And
I
then
was reading.
that's
Here's
why
what
you tune to live
I
stream.
was reading today in Wisconsin where the Supreme Court denied the governor's mask mandate. And I'm thinking, here we are a year later, but at that point in time, okay, so the Supreme Court of Wisconsin has said, You can't do that. And not to mention other things that. So my question is, I wish that I knew a Supreme Court judge. I do. I need to see if I can't have them on in the future, because I'm curious. It's Wisconsin, but if you're in Virginia, can you reference that as a case?
Yeah.
Hey, because obviously,
Yeah.
it's just it's getting out of hand at some point.
Because now it's just like if the these set of political people are not happy with this person that did this, and so this person says, we need to do this, set this, and then no, because we don't want that, so we're going to overrule that.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And then where it used to be,
here's what I don't. If I ever hear one person say to me, "Well, we need to just follow the science," okay, we have not been following any science since day one.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. You can say that all you want to, but the same person that's saying that gets on a plane and flies wherever they want to go.
right,
Okay, you ain't following no science then.
right,
So I'm tired of hearing the follow the science, because that went out the window.
yeah, because you can have an outdoor event at limited capacity, but fly on an airplane at 100% capacity.
Because we went to Florida.
Yeah.
And I mean, there was literally no change.
Yeah.
In any distancing, sitting, anything.
But
on
you know
April.
what? That applies when it comes to environmental stuff too. Follow the science until it makes it uncomfortable for me.
Yes.
Then all of a sudden the science doesn't matter. Just recently with the environmental czar, John Kerry, saying that, and yet he gets on a plane and flies wherever he wants to go. Yet he's, advocating for less carbon emissions. And,
Yes.
and the response that he gave when asked that question was, he does enough to offset that carbon. How the hell do we know?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I'm all for cleaner environment. I'm all clean, let's do what we can do.
Right.
But God, just stop the idiocy.
Yeah.
Is that a word? Idiocy.
It is
Yeah.
now.
It's a
You can compare that to like to compare it to something locally. Like we take down all these big wooden civic signs
Oh boy.
and put up these high school signs, which look great, and then people raise hell, and then we go back and spend a ton of money putting the signs back up that we tore down.
Yeah. People do make mistakes now.
Yes, I was just comparing it to something locally so people could have something to
Put it in
compare it to.
perspective. It's different.
No,
yeah.
but see, here's the difference: is locally, you had people take ownership for that mistake,
Yes, I agree.
and federally, they would have said, "Oh, we've done enough
Yeah.
that we don't need to take responsibility for that." And that's the crap that I'm talking about.
Right.
And we'll get into it later on in the What's Happening segment of just how, if I could get someone from the left to admit the hypocrisy that is currently going on in our country, it absolutely is. It used to be, but now it's right in your face.
Yes.
And you're supposed to believe that's just stupid, and it's not.
Yes.
It's crazy. So, anyway.
You'll never get that admission though. So I can have
There's at
I
least
can have
one.
a Jeopardy theme song over here for you.
There's at least one, I think, out there that would call up and go, "Look, I get what you're saying. I think you're right."
Yeah, I was reading today. I didn't get all the details, so I might not have all the details. But that young girl, Greta Thunberg, that big activist for the environmental thing, there's somewhere a school that's broke, but they're spending a lot of money to erect a big statue of her, spending their money when they don't have the money to do it.
I don't get it. I don't know. First of all, haven't we learned a lesson about statues?
Yeah.
Yeah, no more statues.
Well, they could carve her likeness in a tree.
Now, see there, DW. There you go. That's
That way, it's still living. I don't
still
know.
living. It's part of nature.
It's so stupid. Out of a tree. Oh, man. Woody, is our guest here yet?
He's texting me now.
I'm sorry. I
I
don't
can
know.
see him just out there chiseling. Just everybody's like, "Oh, it looks just like her." And it looks nothing like her.
What type of tree would it be?
What type of tree?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
You heard what the woodpecker said.
What did the woodpecker say?
That sure is a nice piece of ash.
Yes, our caller's in. Would you like me to put
Yes, put him on through.
And with that note,
Anyway,
All right.
you're listening to Life, Liberty, Happiness, formerly a good show.
it's gone downhill fast.
And we'd like to welcome our guest, John Johnson. Welcome to the show, John.
Hi, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I will say this. I am not a massive horror film fan. However, DW
Yes.
has pushed me in that category to the point where I am starting to get a little excited about
Yes.
this. So
Yeah.
we are happy to have you on the show today.
Yes.
Awesome. What movie set you got you into? How did he woo you into this?
Oh, of course.
Well, he was formerly into all Clint Eastwood movies. But I turned him on to your movie, and now he has gone back to starting watching some of the old stuff, the old black and white stuff now.
The good stuff.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's
Yeah. Hey, John, it's DW here. So I was telling them, when we first started doing this show, I've had you on the list here from the beginning to have you as a guest. And so one of the things we talk about on the show here is how we promote Bedford and different things at Bedford. And then we talk about national stuff too. But, such a pleasure to work with you back then. And I still remember the first day when you came to town and myself and Sergey, who was the head of the tourism at the time, took the ride around and looking at different places to shoot some scenes. You remember that day?
Oh, that's right. I do very well.
Yeah.
I talk about that often. Yeah.
Yes. And I don't think originally you had planned to shoot as much in Bedford as you did, but after you got here and saw what we had to offer, it ended up being pretty good for y'all. I'd probably say 80% of your movie was shot here.
Oh, absolutely. Like I think we were originally we thought we were going to be more in Roanoke,
Yes.
but then you guys had just better facilities and easier access to stuff, and it wasn't quite as crowded, and it was perfect.
Yes, yes. So tell us, a lot of people don't know, but I remember you and I having this conversation, and I found it pretty interesting to find out that you originally started out, part of your career was to be a police officer. Is that true?
That's true. Well, I guess it was my fallback, I
Yes.
guess.
Yeah.
I went to police academy in Waynesboro, but then I never enlisted. I worked for a private investigator firm for a little bit after that, but that was about it.
Yeah.
At that point, I got a TV show on PAX Television and just kind of went from there.
Right. So you've always had a passion for horror stuff since at a young age, and even in high school, that had become real popular for you and your friends, and then you turned it into an actual job and a career.
Yeah, I wrote and directed a play when I was 7. When everybody, they had the two solid lines and the dotted line to teach you how to write lowercase and the uppercase.
Yeah.
I wrote my first screenplay on that,
Awesome.
or I guess
Awesome.
teleplay. And then I wrote my first film when I was 8, and this was before the world had kind of been introduced to Tarantino and Kevin Smith and Robert Rodriguez, the independent world.
Mm-hmm.
So there was no real rules or how to do things. So I went to a video store and I said, I'm going to rent 2,000 of your films as an education, and I'm going to watch them all this summer. And the gentleman agreed, gave me older films for a nickel and new movies for a dime. And I would mow lawns and watch movies for about 5 months. And then I started making a movie every weekend after that until I finished high school.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So obviously the movie that we're intrigued about is Plan 9 that you did here,
Yes.
which is a remake of the old Ed Wood Plan 9 from Outer Space, which
Correct.
a lot of people that are into that stuff have tagged that as the worst movie ever made. But a lot of people
Right.
don't know the backstory to it, which I had learned when I met you that, Ed Wood started that movie but passed away before he was able to finish it. And so you wanted to come back and kind of and want to do it the right way.
Ed Wood had finished the movie.
Oh, he had
He
finished.
made a few films
Okay.
after that.
Okay.
Bela Lugosi was the one who passed away.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Actually, the footage for Bela Lugosi was shot for a different film that they put in the Plan 9.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But yeah, the sad part about it is that they were known for making this, movie that wasn't great, and it didn't really become popular until I think it was Riff Tracks or Mystery Science 3000 got a hold of it.
Yeah.
And gave it like this cult following.
Yeah.
And but it was all way too late for them. And Tim Burton doing his Ed Wood film with Johnny Depp was another one that kind of gave it a bump. But yeah, that was all way past when they had done it. So that they were known, even though it's this loved film, they never got to see the spoils of that. And so I was friends with Conrad, who was one of the sole survivors of the original film, and I just decided to give it a shot and see if I could pull the nose of the plane up a little bit.
We're listening. You're listening to Life, Liberty, Happiness. We're talking with John Johnson, who started Darkstone Entertainment as an independent film company out of Virginia. So this is Brian. John, I have a question. So you ended up doing a second film, Plan 9. What was that? It was what's the second one called?
The one he did is a remake of Plan 9.
Okay.
Yeah,
the remake I did is just called Plan 9. The original was called Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And so what are some of the other films that you've done in the last couple of years?
Well, I haven't done as much. I got diagnosed with Parkinson's in about 2017. And so I took some time to kind of figure out how to exist with that. Mm-hmm. And then in the last year, I've been able to kind of get back on my feet a little bit. And we started a series of films called The World of Spade, which is on Amazon Prime right now. The first one is called Spade's Fable, and the second one is called Psychotic or Spade versus Psychotic.
Awesome. Which
is kind of like a superhero kind of. I call him the dollar store superhero.
Yeah.
When you can't get anybody else, you get this guy.
Yeah, you go. And another series that you have is pretty popular that I've enjoyed watching is the Skeleton Key.
Oh yeah, the Skeleton Key movies.
Yes, they're always.
We actually we did 4 of those films, and now we're actually doing a series on Amazon for Skeleton Key called Skeleton Key Pie. It's in 3.14 apple pie.
That's awesome. So back to the Bedford thing a little bit. Can you tell us some of the stuff that you enjoyed when you came to Bedford, and things you enjoyed doing here, and how you ended up doing more here than what you originated?
Oh yeah. So Bedford. Well, first off, I mean, the city was just so just letting us just kind of run the show there for a little bit, and they were so accommodating. And more than I'd ever experienced before in the past. And actually, I talk about that Bedford all the time. It's like, well, it's not Bedford. We'll shoot here. I say that all the time.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, DW and Sergey were just these champions for us where, we didn't have a whole lot of budget, but they made it seem like we did. From locations to, I remember letting us use the visitor center as a meeting place for the crew at the beginning of the day. And the extras coming from there. And, I mean, I think we ended up using 250 extras from that area, Roanoke and Bedford, throughout the whole film. And, every time I go by Bedford, I drive through just to go down memory lane.
Yep. Well, and not to mention also that, you was here for a month and a half, 2 months, and then came back, did some pickup shoots. But, it's also an economic booster for us when your crew, everything you hear, everything you're doing, not to mention the other stuff that we're able to reference back to. So, that's good for us too.
That's cool. I never thought about that.
Yeah. And, we definitely enjoyed you having here. So some of the people that's interesting that you have in there, like Brian Krause, a lot of people know him from the show Charmed. How did you get hooked up with him?
Well, it was originally we had cast a guy named Mark Singer, who was the Beastmaster.
Yeah.
And he was on the TV show V, but he had a family something happened where he couldn't make it, and this was like 2 days before we were supposed to start shooting. And his agent also represented Krause, and the agent said, "Well, I think Krause is available if you want to look at him." And I took two glances, like, "That's the guy from Sleepwalkers?" And I was like, "Yes, we want him."
Yes.
And then then he was there 2 days later.
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Yep.
Hey, I'm curious because I'm not necessarily in depth in movies the way you are, DW, but I'm fascinated behind the scenes stuff. So how do you, when you start to think about a new film and do you go to investors and that's where you start to find your budget? Is that where it all starts? Kind of take me through that process.
Well, it all depends. Each project is kind of a little different. It depends on the size of it. Plan 9 was definitely investor funded. It wasn't crowd funded by the masses. It was just strictly investors.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, I might lean on my fan base to like kind of crowd fund something when on a smaller level. And then, but yeah, I think I just put a thing out on Facebook just saying, if anybody's, I've never done it before. I was like, if anybody's interested in investing in Plan 9, let me know. And I think we had $50,000 in 48 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. That's pretty cool.
It happened quick.
Yeah.
I'd never asked before. I never went to the public like that before. And I think by the end of the day, I think we had about 112, I think, total for the whole thing or something in that neighborhood.
Yeah. Yeah. And for people to watch too on YouTube, there is a documentary about Return to Plan 9. It's a documentary about the making of it, and some backstories to yourself and some of the people on there. And that's pretty good to watch.
That was really nice.
Yeah. That's pretty good to watch to look at that too. So, yep. We also have Woody here in the studio with us, and Woody runs a paranormal website also and helps out. Woody, you got some questions there?
John, all right. So first of all, John, I'm a huge fan of the B movie sci-fi channel movies. The movies that like the Asylum makes, all of those like just cheesiness. Like what tell me some of your favorite movies that you can sit down, you can watch 100 times that inspire you, because I know I go through cycles, but like tell me some of your favorite stuff to kind of watch and pull from.
Sure. Ridley Scott's Legend from 1987.
Yeah.
Is an amazing film with Tim Curry as the Prince of Darkness. The makeup effects, the set design, the music, everything was built. And all the exterior scenes are actually indoors. Like, it's just an amazing film for me. Evil Dead 2 is another like champion for me. Sam Raimi, Bruce Campbell, and I like Mad Dog Time a lot, directed by Larry Bishop, starring Jeff Goldblum and Richard Dreyfuss. The dialogue in that is outstanding. Waxwork 2, Warlock 2, anything Anthony Hickox did. Sundown, The Vampire in Retreat. I'm a big fan of all that stuff.
Man, that's awesome. Those are good movies. So would you do you have any plans to possibly come back to Bedford or any more follow-ups here? What's your future plans look like? Like, what do you have any stories that you kind of been? I know you were diagnosed a couple of years ago, but are there any that you're kind of sitting on thinking, yeah, I think I'd like to make that?
Well, there. I guess I'm going to be soft in the language here, but the title of the film is called Shark, You Son of a fill in the blank.
You can say it, son of a bitch. You can say it. Yep.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, we're good. We're good here. So, yep.
Okay. So there's during the pandemic, it was very difficult to get a feature off the ground because you can't, have groups and stuff like that. So I found a way to do a film on a grand scale with like a little scale. And there's so many bad CG shark movies out there. There's just tons of them, and they're all awful.
Yes.
And so I decided to throw my hat in the ring, and I'm going to make one called Shark, You Son of a Bitch.
Oh my God,
which is basically, if you watch any of those bad CG shark movies, they constantly say the line from Jaws at the very end when Roy Scheider shoots, he says, "Smile, you son of a bitch." They always say it. So I just called the movie that, and it's a comedy, complete farce, where a CG shark that doesn't even get in water, just floats around the town,
Oh
killing
my
people.
gosh.
And
Yep.
John,
and
that's going to be
it's kind of the
amazing.
Tremors thing where was that? I'm sorry.
No. Keep on. I'm just saying
Nice.
that's. I'm already excited for it.
Yeah. Yep. Well,
Yeah, it's basically like Tremors, where everybody was stuck on top of their house,
Yeah.
and this one, everybody's stuck in their house. They go outside, the shark will get them.
Well, I think you and I texted about this the other day about some scenes here in Bedford. We talked about it. So
Yeah.
definitely, if we can help you out here, you've been to Bedford, you know what we got, and we can try to help you out.
Yeah,
there.
I'd love to come back.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
we'll definitely be communicating about that. You give me some ideas what you're looking for. I'll pitch some stuff what we're doing, and we can help you out. So I always think back on the Plan 9 thing too. That a lot of the stuff when you shot here, we had a lot of late nights because it was the zombies coming at night, so we had a lot of late night shooting. But it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of days I'd stay with y'all to 3 or 4 in the morning and then go home for a couple hours and come into work. But man, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. It was. We talked about that. The Plan 9 almost killed us. It was like how much work it was, but it was definitely one of the best times of my life.
Yeah. Well, one of the other things too is at the movie, it's the alien is based where he landed and eventually died at the old middle school. And
Right.
of course, unfortunately, you saw here a while back where there was a huge fire there that destroyed that school, but is now being renovated, rebuilt, and that yellow building is going to be turned into a boutique hotel. That's going to be
really?
Yes, it's going to be like 30-room boutique hotel, and the brick building next door. It got gutted by the fire. I mean, it just down to the 4 walls, but they're going to rebuild it and putting in about 50 or so loft apartments. But one of the ideas I have, John, and when they get closer to doing, one of the ideas I have is at the yellow building, because they're going to have a nice bar and all that stuff inside. I want to be able to maybe get with you and we have some kind of picture with the scene from the movie from there hanging in there so people can see that's from the movie. And you're staying in this room, you're staying in this building, you're having a drink here, having dinner from this same place that was in the movie.
Oh, that's a great idea. I'd love to do that. That'd be so fun.
Yeah, maybe room number 9 could be something referenced back to the show.
I love that.
Yes. We will try to make that work on our end, if it's possible. So, John, we thank you for coming on here today. One thing we always ask people when we're on here, if you could spend 24 hours with somebody and you could pick somebody from the past, somebody from the present, who would it be and where would you go?
I would spend them with my wife, Mariah.
Yes.
I can't get enough of that.
Yes.
And I would, I'd go wherever she wanted to go.
That's awesome.
It's a great answer.
And if people don't know Mariah, I had the pleasure of meeting her and become friends with her too. Probably, and not biased here because your wife and I know her, but probably one of the best makeup artists in the industry that I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, she's amazing. Her makeup effects. She did all the zombies, all the creatures. She's amazing.
Yes, and when a lot of people when they watch that, because I promote your movie all the time. I've got like 10 copies that I've always got floating out to somebody. Woody has a copy right now because I'm like the loaner guy. Here, watch this. This is was in Bedford. But one of the comments that always comes back is the makeup effect is like top notch, dead on, man. Just awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Awesome. And I always enjoy showing people the different scenes. Hey, right here was in the movie. And the other cool thing was just the other night, because I'm usually the one pushing that stuff, doing it. The other night I'm sitting at home and on the sofa, and my wife and daughter are big fans of the Vampire Diaries. And they're watching Vampire Diaries. And they stop and go, hey, that girl right there was in Plan 9. And I didn't know it, and I had to challenge Lana Young. Is that her name?
Lonnie Young. She was also just in the new Vision. What is it called?
WandaVision. WandaVision.
She was just in WandaVision.
That's right. I forgot she was in WandaVision. She was. She's been on Law and Order. Other couple things, but I didn't believe them, so I had to stop and go Google it and find out, and they was right. But so that I'm still years later still finding cool things about Plan 9. So it's very appreciative. John, thank you for coming on. I'll be talking to you in the future. And if we can do something to help you in the future, we'll do it and promote stuff. And look forward to talking to you again.
All right, thanks, fellas.
Okay, have a good one.
Bye-bye.
All right. That was fun.
I like John.
I tell you this,
John is cool.
I can't wait till that movie comes out
That's
because
going to be great.
Reagan, my daughter, is a massive shark fan,
Well, I'll tell you what we do.
and she has seen just about every ridiculous shark film. that he was-
Sharknado? Is she caught up on all the Sharknados?
I guarantee you, I'm not
Oh,
kidding,
like
man.
5
She
of them
has her mask that she wears is a shark mask every day.
Yep.
Her pillows are shark pillows. She's a shark.
Well, I'll tell you what
fan.
we'll do. We'll take a little economic development in our own hands here and work with John to get him to come here and do some
Man,
stuff,
that
and that'll
would
help
be
boost
amazing.
things.
That's right.
And I'm sure that John will probably,
Oh, she's a talented actress.
well, he'll give her a spot. So
Especially when her dad
I'm
is in the
telling
hospital.
you, man, she would love because she is. Her favorite is the what's the one that they just did, the Meg.
She is, man, that's a good one with Jason Statham. Yeah.
Dude, she. I bet she's seen that at least 15 times.
What? That is
Yeah.
crazy. That's fun.
well, we're going to hook her up.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
We're going to hook her up. We're
She
looking
would
forward
love
to
that.
that. Now.
She
Yeah.
would absolutely love that.
Maybe
So-
maybe we can get the right outside the State Farm studio right here. Have a shark circling us while we're having a podcast.
That's right. We
that
can do
could could be in the movie of us looking out the window scared to death because there's a giant shark outside.
This is a great idea. I think it's
And-
wonderful.
Yeah.
That's not a shark.
No,
is
I don't
it?
have a shark. But
Hey.
that's as close as I can get.
Did you get a Dunham?
Oh man, that's
And
oh,
then
yeah,
and
that's a
then
great
maybe
idea.
we can have the shark as it circles the building get hit by the train.
Hey, we should be having a train come through.
Yeah.
But anyway, that we do want to thank John for coming on. And that segment is brought to you by State Farm in the State Farm Studios. Have you ever wondered if you needed car insurance, where you would go? Well, wonder no more. You can go to see David Honaker, at State Farm. State Farm has over 30 years of experience in the business. He is your local State Farm dealer. He can answer those tough questions. He is my insurance agent and Woody's insurance agent.
And mine.
Oh, excuse me, and DW's. You can call him at 540-586-8194. And they have all the answers that you need. They do home, life, auto. Call David at 540-586-8194. If you want to stop by his office, it's located off 460 beside Walmart. When you get there, ask for David and tell him you heard about it on our show. Thank you, State Farm.
Thank you.
All right. That doesn't sound done.
Hey, let me get to the beginning again for you. That's the best part.
It's perfect.
That is perfect. Man.
That's what it sounds like just before my wife comes to bed. It's like, oh shit, here she comes. So,
How does she high five with those fins?
Oh, did I die?
Yeah.
so-
That's where you need that dolphin sound again.
oh my god.
I can't.
So on to what's happening.
All right. Well, I got to get off my animal board here. Hold on, DW.
Get back to you.
I got you, DW. I got you.
Hey, while we're in our what's happening segment, Woody, why don't you see if you can find that line at the end of Jaws where he says,
You son of a bitch.
yeah.
Smile. Smile, you. That's when
All
he
right,
shoots him.
I got
Right,
you.
yeah.
I'm on. Let's see.
So, now see if you can multitask, Woody, because you still have clips to play.
Y'all know how I am with
On to
multitasking.
national news. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Oh my gosh.
Feel good story for you here.
Smile, you son of a
Yes, there we go.
There you go. Hey, you're getting good at this,
I'm
Woody.
getting better. I'm growing.
So your feel-good national story of the day, but it also make you scratch your head. In San Diego, teachers are using their vacation and their spring break time to give in-person instructions to migrant children who are crossing the border at the San Diego Convention Center. That's a great story, GW, is it not?
Don't have a problem with that.
I do not have a problem with
Yep,
that. Here's
it's
what I
good.
do have a
It's
problem
probably
with.
more than what they're getting where they live at.
I do have a problem with that they continue to vote that they do not want to go back to teaching in person
Because it's dangerous.
because it's dangerous. And so they still are not back in school in California in certain areas. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. And so that got me thinking about all this border stuff that's going on. We've talked about it a few
Yes.
times, and it is frustrating to say the least. I remember last year, or how many years ago was it when they had the border crisis? Remember?
Yes.
Oh gosh, everybody was going nuts. They were separating their babies and all this other stuff, and how terrible it was. So, AOC, remember her?
Yep.
She had gone down to the border and done interviews and took pictures and all this other stuff, and came back to testify. So when she testified, this is what she had to say.
Toilets.
And what was worse about this, Mr. Chairman, was the fact that there were American flags hanging all over these facilities, that children were being separated from their parents in front of an American flag, that women were being called these names under an American flag.
Mr. Chairman, it needs to be noted into record. I spoke to CPB agents, even though they told us not to speak to them too. Remember that? And I said, what do you think we need to do because you guys are overwhelmed? They said, one of them, stop sending money, it's not working. Another one said, I wasn't trained for this. I am not a social worker. I am not a medical care worker. He actually said, I want to be at the border. That's what I was trained to be at. The last one, Mr. Chairman, the separation policy isn't working, he said.
So what's interesting about that is now, I don't know if you saw this, but Ted Cruz went to visit the border, and they will not let him in the facilities.
Imagine that.
Not allowed. Cannot come in. No picture taking. It's inhumane to take pictures, I think is what one of them told him. No testifying. So somebody did catch up with, I believe it was Fox News. No, I know what it was. AOC did a Twitter.
TikTok.
Was a TikTok video
Tick.
explaining the issues going on at the border. So it's amazing how things have changed. Play that clip, Woody.
She says. I want to say, what about the surge? First of all, just gut check, stop. Anyone who's using the term surge around you consciously is trying to invoke a militaristic frame. This is not a surge. These are children, and they are not insurgents, and we are not being invaded.
There's been a lot made about.
So
I apologize. That was an Instagram story.
Instagram.
There we go.
So the tune has changed a little bit. No
Yep.
more tears, no issues. Everything seems to be okay. We just have to watch how we describe what's going on.
Well,
down
you
there.
find it interesting too that now some of the stuff they show that the children are coming across. These young children are coming across by themselves without parents.
Yeah.
So supposedly coming over.
So they can't be ripped away from them.
Yeah, and kids don't make that decision at young age to come
Exactly.
across because they don't know the difference, and so somebody is doing that. So the kid's not making the decision to come over themselves, but somebody's bringing them over. I think that's called trafficking.
Well, I think here's what I will tell you. I don't understand the reversal of the policy
Yes.
because Mexico was doing a good job
Yeah.
of, working with these individuals. And so I don't understand why you had to reverse that policy. We were getting along with Mexico in this process for people seeking asylum. Why change something that wasn't an issue? Although now they're trying to say this was all done because of his policies.
Why don't we create some jobs in the United States and go down and help Mexico rebuild and get these people on their feet? And in return, that gives some people here jobs to go do that.
I agree. I listen. I think it was a problem that could have been avoided, but at this stage, just be the same person you were 2 years ago or whenever it happened. Go down there, take pictures, be upset, and make sure it gets fixed.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying. Just have the same amount of outrage that you just had recently. So on to local news. I don't know if you saw this, but I was in a meeting 2 years ago when Governor Northam came down to visit, and they were touting the broadband initiative.
That's when he was at the Welcome Center.
Yeah, you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And this was going to be a massive success. Well, that success has turned into a lawsuit that Bedford County Broadband has filed against Blue Ridge Towers back in January.
Yeah.
And I saw this week where Blue Ridge Towers has responded to that lawsuit, claiming that the authority has not met their financial obligations. So this one's going to be interesting to watch. It is in the Circuit Court, Bedford County. And I'm curious to see how this plays out, because if I remember correctly at that press conference, the Governor Northam said that he was so excited that this was going to be the blueprint going forward on how government can help make things like providing internet to access to all a massive success. So I'm just curious to see how this is going to turn out. That's all I'm saying. I hope it gets fixed.
Broadband, you son of a bitch. Just circling around outside, not doing nothing.
That's it.
Yeah.
So let's keep an eye on that one. In all seriousness, because we're not talking to Woody about a few $100s. We're talking about millions.
Yeah.
Being spent, and so
well, if everybody keeps waiting, Elon Musk is going to just come in with his satellites, and
well, it's funny you
nobody
say
will need
that
it.
because I remember speaking to Steve Newman when we went to Richmond about this very issue. The question that was asked from one of our entourage that was there, and I can't remember if it was.
And you dropping some big words and names here. They entourage,
can't keep
Northam,
up.
Newman.
Well, I do remember speaking with him, and the question was brought up about the amount of money being spent in broadband.
Right.
Yeah.
And I remember him even stating that it's a large amount of money for something by the time it gets built,
Yeah.
it's probably going to be obsolete.
I mean,
And-
I can tell you I was looking at the Starlink, which is Elon Musk, SpaceX and all that stuff, and it will be here fall of this year.
Wow.
Okay, and all you have to pay is you pay $100 to secure your spot, and then the equipment price is like $400, and the monthly price is like $60 a month.
Wow.
I mean, that's and how much is that a cost to taxpayers? But you get it if you want to.
Correct.
I mean, that's it. So, people keep waiting. Elon will take care of it.
Well, that's interesting. So on to other news, local. We have a new school superintendent, Dr. Mark Bergen. I think that's how you say it. Is it Bergen or Bergen?
Well,
Let's go with Bergen.
yeah.
Bergen.
He'll call in
I
if
like
it's wrong.
Bergen. Excuse me.
He was in a unanimous vote, and I wish him well. However, I will say this, and you and I have talked about this. Unless you make changes within your administration, you're probably going to end up with similar situations that you had on the previous administration.
Yes.
So, and listen, this isn't just him. This happens in government
Yes.
a lot.
He should do it.
You change a town manager, or you change a supervisor,
Yes.
right? County administrator.
Right.
But if you don't change your personnel, and I mean that in all sincerity, there are people running departments that shouldn't be running departments. There
Right.
are people, if you're getting bad results, if you don't change those people, you're going to end up with the same results.
Right.
You just have a different person at the top.
That's right.
And there are some things that need to be changed. Trust me. I don't think they spend their money wisely
Yes.
at all, which I've had board of supervisors tell me specifically, quit telling me to give them more money when they don't spend the money we give them wisely.
Yes.
You talk to people on the school board, you need to tell them we need more money. I don't disagree. You need more money for teachers. We need more money for infrastructure. But if you give it to your current administration that doesn't spend it wisely,
Right.
I'm not in favor of giving you more money.
Right.
So, and it hasn't been spent wisely. So hopefully they can get things squared away. And I do wish Dr. Bergen all the best. And we hope to have him on the show in the future.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah. because I am all for education, and I want to see some changes made here in Bedford, because I think we can have a really good school district. So on to our funny story of the day. In Chicago, a squirrel stole a package off the front porch and took it to the roof. A neighbor actually caught this on video. I saw it today, and it cracked me up, but at the same time, I know how they feel, because I have a squirrel that just tears my everything up around my house. When you pick up garbage,
Yes.
not you personally, but
I used to pick up garbage, yeah.
they literally chew through the tops of
Yes.
those garbage cans.
Yes.
And I've got a chunk missing out of mine the size of a groundhog.
There is a resident here in town. I won't call his name, but he calls in a lot about complaints about stuff. And one time he called me to come over there because he said that the trash man didn't like him, and they were taking their pocket knives and carving holes in their trash can. And it was squirrels, where squirrels were chewing it. So
You're a thief and a liar.
I only lied about
There you go. You're a thief and a liar.
We have our backyard, we have a Hulk squirrel that actually, we have a fairly substantial bird feeder that we have for Christmas that we hadn't put up yet, but we put food in it. That Hulk squirrel literally took a top off of that bird feeder. He took the top off of it and ate all the $11 worth of bird seed that was in that bird feeder.
Wow.
Crazy.
He keeps chewing through my gas cans.
Good God.
I've got 4 gas
He
cans.
just drinks the gas.
I just got to now get a metal one.
That's
I got
my fuel.
Oh, well. Can't kill him, or can I?
Well, just don't tell nobody.
Yeah. Yeah. Just don't.
Smile, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. They might be pets from over to Warner's house.
Spies.
They might be trained squirrels from
Yeah.
the Warners.
That's it. They're spies, Brian. You don't. It's like the pigeons. You got to be careful.
Yeah. So, on to Nobody Knows.
Nobody knows.
And Nobody Knows is brought to you by... Let me shift through my fat fingers here. Nobody knows. CNS Business Services is your place to get all your business problems solved. Just sent Charlene an email just a second ago. That's right, I multitask, and Charlene can multitask. Ask for Susan or Charlene. They can do your payroll, taxes, you name it, they can handle it. Audits, payroll, taxes, you name it, they got it. When this COVID thing first hit DW, I kept getting all these emails about, the payroll protection program loan.
Right.
I clicked on one of them and realized there is no way in hell I was going to fill all this out. I just simply asked Charlene, and after that, I didn't even know it was done in my account. And then at the end of the loan, I don't know what the proper word is, but mature or whatever, we got the forgiveness side of it. She filled all that paperwork out and got it all put in too.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
There you go.
it just takes one phone call. Your time is valuable. Don't spend it on things you ain't got no clue about. And you don't know anything about payroll, taxes, payroll. You think you do, and then you start to do it, and then you realize when you start getting IRS notices, hey, you didn't pay enough, or oh, you overpaid, or
leave it to the experts to
Yeah.
help you out.
That's right.
have them call them today at 540-586-1120, and you tell Charlene that Brian said, come by and see her.
Hook them up.
Yeah.
Nobody knows
All right. Well, I have a short list today. I had a lot of other things occupying my time today, but on the Plan 9, Brian Krause, who plays Jeff Trent in the movie, and I like this tie-in because I'm a big NASCAR guy. He used to be married to the former Miss Winston Cup. Remember those Winston Cup girls they'd have in the victory lane when you won and stuff? So he was married to Beth Bruce when she was Miss Winston Cup.
Hey, before you go any further, you just made me think of something. I noticed the other day you have the Camping World Truck Series.
Yes.
You have the Xfinity Series. NASCAR does not have a sponsor for Cup Series?
Yeah. So what they did in the past, they've always had a title sponsor.
Correct.
Whether it be Nextel, Winston Cup, Sprint, all that
yeah.
stuff. So basically, in my opinion, what they did was, and then they had Monster. Remember, Monster was the last one. So when that contract come up, basically what they did was they outpriced themselves to get a title sponsor.
Exactly.
And so as the year progressed last year, and they didn't work out something with Monster, so what they did was they broke it down where they have like 3 or 4 sponsors, and they don't give the naming rights to anybody. But like Coke is the official drink. That Coke is one. And Monster. Oh, I agree. Totally agree.
For years, they had dominant sponsors.
Yes.
And NASCAR gets it in its own freaking way.
Yes.
Oh, we might offend somebody if we have this.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Yes. I totally
Absolutely
agree.
stupid.
I totally agree.
Oh, God. Don't. This is so stupid.
Yes.
So, anyway, go ahead.
So anyway.
Sorry.
So Brian Krause, who played Jeff Trent in the movie, and he's also Leo Wyatt on the TV show Charmed, was married to former Miss Winston Cup Beth Bruce. They had a child together, and they later got divorced, and she ended up marrying, big surprise here, Tommy Baldwin Jr.
Oh, yeah.
From NASCAR.
I get sick and tired of them saying Tommy Baldwin, his underfunded cars.
Yes.
You know what? There are times they compete just as much as the other non-underfunded cars that are underfunded, but they don't want to say that word around them.
Yes.
Because it sounds so bad, but they don't mind criticizing Tommy Baldwin.
Yeah.
And now he's been doing it for years.
And I have met both of you. Obviously, I met Brian Krause when he was here doing the movie, and very nice fella. Have met Tommy Baldwin Jr. Very nice fella. Huh. I'm just thinking he probably got some pit passes and stuff, and she gets to go to a lot of races, so he was probably a better choice. I don't know, but just my opinion. Maybe later on when we have Cal Lawson on the show, we'll ask him about it.
Some behind the scenes.
Yeah. Mr. Lobo, who is in the movie, he's a very interesting character. You have to look him up because his real name is Eric.
And his last name is Lobo?
Well, it is now, but his real name used to be like Hernandez or something like that.
I was going to say he got married?
No, he changed it. All these comedians that have worked with COVID, you're trying to take their spot.
He changed his name. I mean,
yeah, well, he changed his name.
Oh, God. He took his wife's name.
You'll probably be changing yours after this show takes off.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah.
But Mr. Lobo is real neat because when he puts on that suit and stuff he wears and fixes his hair and his glasses, when he's in character, let me tell you, he is in character the whole damn time.
That's awesome.
And he hosts a show out in California and stuff called Cinema Insomnia. And where they stay up late and then they watch movies and rate it.
I have seen that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's my life.
And he used to have
a show on Comedy Central, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he also did some work with Elvira. Remember her?
Elvira.
Yes. How could you ever forget?
And here's a neat thing about that. In pop culture, he was also a guest on Scooby-Doo.
Oh,
They drew him onto there. So that was pretty neat. Some of the other people that was in the movie that that's pretty neat. Matthew Ewald, who's one of the main characters in the movie. When he was a kid, he was on Fox Kids' Galador, Defenders of the Outer Dimension. He was Nick Bluetooth. I don't know if you remember that show or not.
Nick Bluetooth.
Look it up. It's pretty cool. Addie Miller from The Walking Dead, the Teddy Bear Girl.
Huh.
Remember her? She
was
at the gas station. She was one of the first zombies in The Walking Dead, and the child had she was there. She also played in another good movie that I like because I'm a big Three Stooges fan. She played when they redid the Three Stooges movie several years ago. She was one of the kids at the orphanage where the Three Stooges were at.
Oh. Really?
Yes.
Oh, let me down.
Yeah, certainly. She was also in
people. What's good about this is 5:30, so people have probably turned us off.
Yeah,
they're eating dinner now. They're like,
She was also in the miniseries that was on TV, The Hatfields and McCoys. She was on there. She was also in the TV show Nashville and several other things.
That's some good stuff.
Yeah. Camille Keaton. She was in horror films back in the 70s. One of the big ones was I Spit on Your Grave.
That's a big one.
She's Buster.
That's a classic.
Yeah, she was in that. Buster Keaton, her granddad. The cool part was when she came to town, they was looking to put her up somewhere, so she stayed at my house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool.
Man, you've had some interesting, so you've had people stay at your house.
Yeah.
You had the vice president stay in your RV.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Man, that's...
DW is the man.
Hallowed ground.
Come on.
Mike Christopher in the movie. He was in the original movie Dawn of the Dead. And he lives in Florida now. Yeah, cool guy. And he travels the circuit doing all these Comic-Cons and horror festivals and stuff like that. It's pretty good. I spoke to us about this earlier. Lana Young. She was in season 5 of The Vampire. She's now on WandaVision.
And that was a great show, by the way.
Yeah, she was on Law and Order.
Gosh, we just finished it.
Short segment, huh?
What? Smart ass.
Brian Sly Kelly. That's what your married name would be. Kelly.
Hey, we should have a contest on what to call me if I ever become famous.
Dumbass. we don't have to wait.
Is that what
We don't have to wait.
We don't have to wait. What's pretty cool about John Johnson, all his movies and shorts that he does, the name of the town is always, where he goes and stuff, is always Nilbog. Nil, Nilbog, Nilbog.
Huh.
Which is goblin, spelt backwards.
I'll be darned.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
That is interesting.
That's awesome.
And when
That's
you
a good
look,
nugget.
when you look in several of his movies, including Plan 9, and you'll see like vehicles traveling down the road at nighttime, and they're coming to the thing that says Nilbog Town Limits.
That's awesome.
Yep, I made those signs.
Oh,
Yep, there you go. And one of the other things pretty cool when you're watching his movies, early on in his career of making, they used to use ketchup in scenes for blood stuff. And so they would splatter it, shake it around, and he'd set the bottle down, and he forgot to move it. So a lot of times it ended up in shots, and they'd go back and go, "Hey, you left that damn bottle sitting there." Well, it becomes so funny that now they
do it.
they do it, and they make their own labels for the ketchup bottle where it says like Nilbog ketchup or something like that. It's a little Easter egg. It's in all their
That is
things.
great.
So, yeah, and I could go on and on about this whole movie and these people. They was great when they was here. Had a fun time.
You could go on and on.
I could. So, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. And one other thing I'd like to add.
Okay, one more
plug. One more thing I'd like to add on a serious note. If anybody noticed that Tammy is not visibly here reading the stuff for us, her mother has fell ill today, very seriously, and it does not look good.
Yeah.
So we are thinking about her. And I know people will probably say, "Why are you there not with her?" Because I can't go in the hospital with her with limited guests and stuff. So she is in the hospital with her mother in her final time here, and we wish her the best love and hugs and all we can give her, and we'll be there for her when she gets home.
Yeah,
so,
you are. Please, you're in our thoughts and prayers. That is, I talked to you earlier today about that. That was it was an odd thing this morning.
You was listening to that.
I don't.
Yep.
I don't know why I clicked it. I heard sirens this morning.
Yep.
And so I clicked on my app.
Yep.
And it, it said that, and I was like,
and with that, I'll take the time to give a big shout out to Bedford Police Department, Bedford Fire and Rescue.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was there quickly assisting, doing all they could do and helping out.
Yeah,
it was great to see everybody work together and get there quickly and see the system work. So it was that was assuring, and it was it's comfort when you're trying to get your help for your family. So
good.
Yep.
Business Highlight is brought to you by Steve and Judy Rush. Steve and Judy Rush. If you're looking to buy or sell a home or land, call Judy or Steve Rush. They are lifelong residents of Bedford with a knowledge of the local market that is unsurpassed. With over 60 years experience combined, although Steve's probably got 60 years experience. In the local market, they are multiple award winners in their field. They will represent you and all your needs for all your real estate transactions. Call Judy at 540-871-3131, or you can call Judy at 540-871-3131. Now, you can call Steve as well at 540-871-4021. But if you do call Judy, you make sure you tell her Brian said to call her.
And Brian Sly Kelly.
Where does the Kelly come from?
Hi, Brian. Happy to be with you.
Oh, you know what? Hey, I think I'm going to reach out to her this week and see if she'll come on next week.
Oh, my gosh.
Just for a quick...
Just see how you doing, just to kind of check
hi.
in. Hey, Meg. Hey.
You think so? You think it's...
Hey,
no,
it
you're
doesn't
not going to
hurt.
be here next week.
I'm
so
not
we
gonna be
don't-
here.
No, I'll hold off.
I'll be here. I mean, do it anyway.
Hey.
I should be in Martinsville. I'm not sure what's going to happen with the situation at home, but my plans are to be in Martinsville next week. I can give you a live update from Martinsville.
There we go.
No, that's good.
And
You
you'd be
take
doing
some
a show
time
at 5 o'clock, so I can say, well, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
That's right. And we won't do it next week, but possibly the week after. I ordered a giant check that will be here next week
for Eric
Woody.
McPhee.
Yep. So we will be presenting that.
I got to tell her about that too.
Yeah. You got what?
I got to make sure I tell her about that and line it up.
So the good part is it's the marker board check.
Yeah.
So we can reuse that. But
Maybe I'll call her up and say we're going to have this big
What'd
check
you
for
say?
you.
That's important.
For me, it is.
I know that's what I'm saying because
or maybe challenge her to a double or nothing.
That's it. Hey, DW rematch.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that. But our business of today is, I wrote my papers here, Envy Salon. Envy Salon is located at 210 North Bridge Street in the lower level.
Mm-hmm.
That's, where Fuzzy Alpaca is.
Yep.
It's below that. It's brand new.
I would say,
They've
is it
opened-
new?
Yep. They used to be located on, what's that street across from the courthouse?
South Street?
Is that what that is? South Street? Where the Bedford Lofts are?
Lawyers Row?
Lawyers Row, yeah. Yeah. Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's terrific. So I think she's even hiring already. She said it's been a huge success. It's a beautiful space. Because I don't think people understand that there's a basement in that building, and it is a gorgeous space. And I'm only saying that because I renovated it, but it is beautiful.
Is that where you go for all your good looks?
No, I go to Status. Only because I've had a long relationship with John and Ching, huh? So anyway, no, they've been, all of them are great. But Envy Salon is their business highlight of the week, and you can contact them at 540-586-1983. So little housekeeping. DW will be gone next week.
Yes.
We'll have some special guests in the studio. We will be live at 5.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure. And we'll try to have text capabilities up and running so you guys can text us throughout the show and we can bring them up, talk about them, things like that. Other than that,
and we might be trying Facebook, maybe an audio version only because people said they would like to see that or hear that. So yeah, we might try that.
we're still looking for one more sponsor. I feel like if we got one more sponsor, that would kind of put us in a category of we're doing some more things. We were trying to contact more guests. Things like that.
And we are looking for currently an intern.
That is correct.
For just this show, somebody to help.
Just this show.
Yeah, just this show.
Not your other shows.
Yeah, not to, well, I mean, they can if they want to, but for this show. So if you've ever wanted to work on a podcast / radio show and you're a local Bedfordnadian.
I mean, what are we talking? 2-3 hours worth of work a week?
Yeah, something like that. Like you can put as much work into it as you want, but it really would help us out, and you can
and you'll learn a ton.
learn a ton and get used to some equipment. So yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah.
So come on, contact us.
Baseball season starts tomorrow.
Go Phillies.
Nats, my Nats will be
in last place.
No, they will not.
Yeah.
DW, your team has paid all the money, so you better start reaping the benefits.
You want to go on the record right here and say let's do something at the All-Star break.
Didn't we just go through this? I hate watching you lose. It's not worth it.
Let's do it.
It makes me feel bad.
Let's say I'll pick the Phillies. You're going to take the Nats at the All-Star break.
Yeah, but they don't pay out at the All-Star break.
Well, and whoever's got the better record will have to tell the. All right, so if you have the worst record, if the Nets have and the Phillies have the better one, we'll have to get you a shark costume. You go stand up by the clock and wave at people.
Yes. Okay, I'm all for that. Yep.
And what if you?
Huh?
What if you lose?
Well, I told you what I want you to do if you lose. So what do you want me to do?
Oh boy.
Uh-oh. Wear a Hellman's mayonnaise t-shirt.
Absolutely not.
See? It's just a t-shirt.
No.
I know Tammy,
No.
if she's listening, I swear to God, she's laughing her head off.
Nope,
right now.
not happening.
But you won't even wear the T-shirt?
No.
I didn't ask you to get in a jar of mayonnaise.
No,
I said,
not happening.
so, see, this is what why do I have to get the shark, but you won't get the...
A shark, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, but Hellman's is funny.
No, it's not. It's not funny.
But it's something you don't like. That's what... It's not mayonnaise, it's just a shirt. Man.
I don't like some people in town. I'll dress up like them.
That's it. Dude. Everybody has to pass DW guessing who he's dressed like.
That's right.
Let's see. What can we do, Woody?
Oh, man. Hey, that'd be a good Facebook question. What can
Somebody texted you.
What can DW do? If
So let's leave that open to the fans.
Somebody just texted you. Maybe that's what they said.
That's what they said.
God, it's probably my wife.
She's like, "Where's dinner?"
She wants me to dress up like Barbara Streisand
Oh, God.
and sing.
The wind beneath my wings.
Yes, Ashley. It's called the Meg.
Yeah.
She said, "Do they make a shark costume that big?" Oh, God.
It's the one and only Eagle Double G.
Oh, you got the clean version. Thank you.
But if you lose, you got to dress up like a shark. So you got to wear that dolphin outfit. Be up
All
there
right.
with you.
So, to our listeners, text, email, do whatever you got to do. We need to come up with what DW has to do if he loses at the All-Star break.
And, contact us at lifeliberty.us, or, you know what, just put it on Facebook. Life, Liberty, Happiness Podcast.
So, we'll see you next week.